All right. Well, thanks for joining us for another episode of Full Buddy Cast. We had a great 2019. We were going to have a great 2020 as well. We're going to do all the same shows. We're going to add some new guests. I've already been in works with that. Check out our new YouTube channel. We've got that as well. One thing that I'm going to start doing for 2020 is takebackyourlifenow.net. That is Bobby Martinez and Liz Martinez, their company. What it is that you get at-home or in-gym workout programs, nutritional help, as well as complete 30, 60, and 90-day workout programs. Again, you can check that out at takebackyourlifenow.net. All Full Buddy Cast customers get 20% off with the coupon code FBC2020. So I'm going to jump on the program. I want you to jump on the program with me. I'd love to get a few people doing it with me. We can check in. We'll create our own group. We can message back and forth. But check it out. TakeBackYourLifeNow.net.
Welcome to the greatest of the greatest.
You're listening to Full Bobby Cast. Full Bobby Cast. Full Bobby
Back with another episode of
Full Bobby Cast.
You like that?
Snap and point? A little snap and point. Are you feeling your groove?
Yeah, feeling better now. Okay. I got a beer in me.
We got a beer in him. We went through the Christmas Christmas episode.
I felt like an awkward kid stumbling through that.
It's like when you meet Santa, you know? You're like, yes. Oh, well, hopefully he doesn't remember everything bad I've done this year. Did you guys used to go to Santa?
Oh, yeah, all the time, every year. Okay.
Where at? Like Sears, or was it like...
We even went to Petco one year with our Rottweilers, so they were in the photo with us. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah. All over the place, mall Santas. You know how you'll walk past the fancy department store one? You go to like the one that's out in the middle? Yeah.
Well, before we jump in, let's do this. Your mom's a good listener. She loves listening to yours. One thing that I wanted to ask you was there some tradition that your mom did? I'm going to talk about mine for a second to give you time to think about yours.
Please.
With Christmas. That you were like, oh, that's normal. But then when you kind of grow up and you realize, oh, wait, that's not normal. And I kind of liked how we did that. Here's mine. Okay?
I'm listening.
My mom would always put out the Christmas photos with Santa in chronological order. Like she would set them all up. Like when I was 1 and I met him, and 2, and JCPenney, and 3 and 4. So I liked that. The other thing is Christmas cards. What she would do is she would tie a pin a ribbon into the ceiling and just go around the room with all this ribbon, and then she would just hang the Christmas cards on display. From all the Christmas cards, you just kind of hang them because they were open. They weren't the cards with the pictures on it, and just a single. So I enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. At the time, I didn't think anything of it. But now it's like, you know what, that was pretty fun.
So parents, if you have kids with you, plug their ears for the next couple of minutes. so
disclaimer,
I want to be talking about Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
But
but it's going to be Christmas stuff that you don't want your kids to hear.
Yes.
We don't want your kids to hear this. I don't want to be the one that ruins someone's Christmas.
So I felt like I should give a spoiler alert.
Yeah, so hey, spoiler alerts are coming, kids.
3, 2, okay. So we used to walk by and I already kind of said this earlier, so but walk by different Santa Clauses, right?
Yeah.
So my parents told me that there were so many kids that needed to meet Santa that those were Santa's helpers that were acting like Santa to meet them, and we were actually meeting the real Santa.
Oh, so, really?
Yeah.
So all the other, so they never said helpers. They said this is actually the real one.
So yeah, they would tell us they're meeting the real one, and we're going past all the other ones that were Santa's helpers. So since we got this little window here where kids aren't listening, even when we found out the truth about the whole holidays and stuff like that, my mom tried really hard to leave like a glimmer of hope. So I remember going like, so you really just brought all those presents yourself? And she goes, yeah, except for one. She goes, there was one year where you got this one present. We have no idea how it got there. So so she tried to she didn't want us to lose that Well,
for me and my kids, I didn't know this, but Well, I remember when we were kids, like you're always getting told, like there's a spider up there, and it's
all
just,
good.
it's just coming right towards
Ain't
me.
hurting nothing.
It's looking at me. It's like menacing. But I remember hearing like reindeer like on the roof, and I was like, okay, he's real.
He lives in Selleck, right?
Yeah.
So it's probably really a tweaker running across.
Yeah.
the-
Or some raccoons or something. But yeah, no. So I was ready to fight people at school. They're like, no, Santa's not real. I'm like, dude, I heard the reindeer, bro.
Well, do you remember finding out?
Yeah.
I found out before my parents knew I found out.
Oh, no, I was told. So how did you find out?
I just pretended I was asleep one night when they came in to check to see if I was awake. And they started pointing out all the toys. I'm like, hey, what the hell?
Wow, that's
Yeah.
Well,
Are you're really bugged by that spider?
that spider's
huh?
pissing me off.
Why? He's just chilling. He's doing.
No,
what
he's like
spiders
coming
do.
at me. Like he's making. I want to throw something at him.
You're gonna be fine. I'm the kind of person that traps spiders and takes them outside if I can. Don't.
I'm gonna throw this
Uh-oh. I wish I should video this.
He's coming right at me.
He's fine.
He's coming right at me. Look at that.
Look at those big creepy legs sticking out there.
They are.
Oh Lord, this is hilarious. He
Yeah,
totally. Did you hit him?
I hit him a little bit.
All right, we.
Oh, you got the video out?
Yeah.
Scary.
So-
It's scary.
But yeah, I found out like probably a couple of years before my parents knew I knew. So, and then like, yeah, it's kind of a bummer, but I mean, at the same time, it's like you kind of start to think about it, right? You're like, okay, I know there's something fishy going on here.
Yeah. Well,
There was a movie out that would explain how he delivered. He used like time zones and like math and magic to tell you how Santa got all across
was it a peer-reviewed movie that came out?
a peer-reviewed movie. Is there such a thing? A documentary? Like, what are we talking about here?
I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Because
Yeah.
you're trying to channel my Facebook argument side, huh?
My dad said, "Hey, Travis, let's go for a walk." And it was almost like, okay. So we went for a walk.
Like the birds and the bees talk?
Yeah, it was. It was like very like, oh, okay. I'm supposed to put shoes on and go get the wood. We actually went out to get firewood, and as he goes, hey, I don't want you telling anyone at work. Just kidding. I don't want you to tell anyone at school. I don't want you to tell your brother. Do not ruin this for your brother. I will hurt you if you ruin this for your younger brother. But there is no Santa Claus. That's me and your mom.
Were you pissed?
I was ready because I was like, dude, I was ready to throw down with all my friends at school about that reindeer on the top of my roof, man. You almost got me in fights. And anyway, so I did the same thing for Madden when she was 10 and Megan and Kane. Well, when I told Kane was like, oh, yeah, no, we already know Santa's not real. And I said, well, the Easter Bunny. Oh, no, we already know. Yeah, no, the Easter Bunny's not real. But the Tooth Fairy's real. And I'm like, well, the Tooth Fairy's not real? Like, they were more distraught over the Tooth Fairy than they were about Santa or the Easter Bunny.
Did you ever go snipe hunting when you were a kid?
I was told by my friends and family to go snipe hunting, and I was like, oh, yeah.
That's just a cruel joke that grown-ups play
Oh,
on kids.
yeah.
It's like, what the heck? Like, what did I do to deserve this?
Yeah, it's a snipe.
Yeah.
I remember my cousin like holding his hand. Did you see it? Did you see it? Oh, and like it's like staring. Like obviously there's nothing in his hand. He already caught onto it.
Yeah.
It was terrible. All right, so we've got the decade 2020 coming up. 2020.
Should be a DJ like, hey, everybody, welcome to 2020.
Hey, everybody, welcome to 2020. We're sitting here with Bobby Martinez, and we're living out of 2019.
So you sound like a strip club DJ. I sound like a regular radio DJ.
I've never been to a strip club. Is this how it is?
You really never have
I've never
been?
been. We talked about this before in another
we?
pod. Yeah, well, not you and I, but premenopause and stuff like that.
Oh.
Gooch 20. If I had a stripper
What
name.
the hell is Gooch 20?
So, Corinne, if anyone wants to hear what Gooch 20 is, listen to the premenopause where she goes to Buckley Eagles when she's 22 years old, and they had male strippers at the Buckley Eagles.
Nice.
Yes.
I worked hard that night.
That was you. That was you. But you got to listen to it because it's absolutely hilarious. It's so funny. It's one of the funniest stories I've ever heard in my entire life. It's on the premenopause episode. You got to search it. and it has, just looking at where it says, there's like in the title, it says like Four Loko. It also says strippers.
God,
we tell
Four Loko.
we tell our most awkward stories.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
and you and I should do that one of these times.
yeah,
Most
definitely.
awkward
We got
stories.
one more after this, right?
Possibly ringing in the new year. So all right. So what I told Bobby at the beginning, this spider's done. He's like kind of like hunkered in. He's like, okay,
You give him a concussion.
I scared him. Yeah.
He should be paid for playing in college.
So stupid. So we're going into 2020, and I asked Bobby when I thought I was asking him to come up with his best Christmas music, but he did come up with his best of the best songs and movies that were released between 2010, or did you start at 2011?
2010.
2010 to 2019.
So these are my favorites.
These are
So I'm not
Bobby's.
being objective here.
And there's a lot of people here that can go like, I don't know what that is. I don't know who that
Yeah.
song. I don't know what. I've never heard that before. But this
well,
is
hopefully I give you a good
we're
listening
diving
list.
into Bobby's
Favorite.
world right now. And go ahead, Bobby.
Should
2010.
you go movies or music first?
We'll go music first.
Okay.
2010.
So should I start at at my 10th and work my way to my top? So let's do that.
Oh, did you do like it? It's
I ranked them.
but it had to be from different years.
Well, no, I didn't go different years. I just anything that was released between 2010 and now.
I like that too.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
So let's
format.
go to number 10, and you're gonna see how weird my taste in music is. And yeah, I bet you've maybe,
Marilyn Manson covers Dave Matthews.
So Marilyn Manson actually just did a cover of the.
Get close to that microphone.
So Marilyn Manson just did a cover of "The End" by The Doors, and I actually kind of like it. It's pretty good.
I know you posted about it. When you got close to the microphone, you actually got quieter as well. Could you not do that? Could you just like keep the same voice and get closer to the microphone?
So guys. So all right. So number 10, and let me know if you've heard of any of these. I'm very curious.
Okay.
So this is
curious?
so. So Vince Staples,
Yep.
"Summertime '06."
No, could you sing it?
No, I can't. It's a whole album. You want me to sing a whole
Oh,
album right
you're doing
now?
the album?
I'm doing the album.
Not,
yeah.
not top songs, top albums.
Top albums.
Okay,
"Summertime '06" by Vince Staples.
What type is that? What type of music is
rap.
that? Oh, it is.
Yeah,
Vince Staples sounds like a country singer. I gotta say that right
I got
now.
country on here too. So another rap one. So Isaiah Rashad,
That definitely sounds like another. That sounds like more like a Hebrew country music.
and I've never heard Isaiah Rashad. I've never heard of this pronounced, so I'm going to give it a go. Sylvia, it's a Sylvia demo.
Sylvia. How do you spell it?
Silvia.
All right.
Sylvia, right?
Sylvia.
Okay.
Kelvia.
So
Are these Russian rappers? Like what is this?
He's a rapper too. So he has a song on there. In my opinion, it's one of the best rap songs ever made called "Shot You Down." Another rap.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna shut you down.
Another one.
And another one.
So this is
DJ Khaled. And another one.
So that's 10 is Vince Staples, 9 Isaiah Rashad, 8 Run the Jewels, Run the Jewels 3.
Never heard it.
I wonder if you've heard of any of these. So Run the Jewels 3, they're great. It's Killer Mike and LP, two rappers.
I know Killer Mike.
Yeah, two rappers. They made in my opinion, the best.
Was that the one when the Scooby Doo one?
What?
Killer Mike did the Scooby Doo.
Did he?
Well, he did it with Outkast for one of them.
Well, yeah, they're all homies. They do stuff together. You know, that's how I said homies, because we're talking about rap.
Very cool.
So-
Way to bring that in.
Here's a country one.
Run the Jewels sound like, honestly, I thought it was going to be some heavy metal thing.
No, Run the Jewels is great. Check them out. They're awesome. So what are we on now? We're on 10, 9, 8. So we're on 7. Chris Stapleton, Traveler.
Okay, that's definitely a rapper.
No, that's a country singer.
I know.
Okay, I was like, you really never heard of Chris Stapleton? So Traveler, great album. Oh, he's moving again.
Yeah, friggin' Spider's
He woke
moving
up from
again.
his concussion. Kendrick Lamar, Damn.
Oh, great song. Or great album.
Yeah.
Damn. If you put all of Kendrick Lamar's 3 albums, I'd be cool with it. But yeah, I like
Damn, I think kind of stood out.
I did. Did you ever see the profile picture of
Yes.
what of my?
That was pretty hilarious, actually. I laughed really hard when I saw that.
I love it when I make Bobby laugh.
I think I even showed Liz. I
Yeah.
was like, look at this.
Yeah.
Hey, remember when you got a picture taken and I said it looked like the cover of the Death Row album?
Yeah, yeah. I want to do that.
You got to get that framed, like your family photo, to look like where you're all wearing black with the black background.
Yep.
And you just see your heads.
Oh yeah. That's funny.
Are you? You're really freaking out about that spider, aren't you? Are you
Spiders.
scared of spiders?
No, I'm not scared. I just don't like them.
Okay. Sturgill Simpson. I have 2.
Is this guy a rapper?
He's a country singer.
I'm getting these wrong, man.
I have 2 from Sturgill Simpson. 2 albums. They're both. I mean,
On
it makes
the top
up
10?
Yeah, it makes up my number 4 and my number 5. So Sturgill Simpson, Sailor's Guide to the Earth, and then Sturgill Simpson, meta modern sounds in country music.
Meta modern sounds of music
In country music.
and country music.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then Run the Jewels again.
Ooh, another Killer Mike, and who is the other one?
LP.
LP.
So it's their number 3. They're my number 3 spot with their self-titled album, their first one.
Nice.
Then Chevelle, North Corridor.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my number 2. And then number 1 is a Tool, Fear Inoculum.
Was that the one that just came out?
Yeah, I love that album.
Has it been on repeat ever since?
Pretty much. I mean, it knocked off T Swift.
Really?
Yeah.
Out of your top 10?
No, not out of my... That's pretty funny. See, my initial reaction was just completely offended. Like, no. Hey, I'm not hating on Taylor Swift. If Shake It Off comes on, I might turn it up and start singing along with it.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, so like, it's really, I have like rap, country, and rock.
How pumped were you when Tool came out with another album? And were you disappointed? So I know it's your number 1, but did it take some time to grow on you?
No.
Or were you like, this is what I needed?
So before the album came out, they released the single "Fear Inoculum." The album. What do you call that? The album single. The album's named after it. And I was like, it's pretty good. Like, I'd be happy if the whole album sounded like this. But then the second one I heard was Pneuma, Pneuma. I think it's Pneuma. And I was like, okay, this is the best thing they've ever done before.
So you were not disappointed.
Oh, not at all.
That's
Not at
great.
all. They're like the songs are ridiculously long, which I kind of like. I mean, I feel like a song should take you on a journey.
That's okay. So for me, when it was my birthday, October 25th, Kanye finally dropped his album that I've been waiting, that I heard about.
Kanye?
Yeah. He just dropped it. Jesus is King. It's all Christian. Not one cuss word. Not one thing. He's completely went the opposite way.
How's that doing right now?
Dude, it was on the top of the charts, of course. It's Kanye. It's like top of the charts. It's 28 minutes long. Like yours is, how long is the Tool album that came out?
The whole album?
Yeah.
Just over an hour, I think.
Okay, so not too.
Well, there's only like 6. I have to look it up now. I want to say 6 songs.
Oh, that's it?
But yeah, each song is like, I have it right here actually. Each song is really, really long. And what's funny is Tool had never been on any of the streaming services, and right before the album came out, they're smart. They released all their stuff on the
got people to
streaming
listen.
services. So the Fear Inoculum album is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 songs at just over an hour. They had 2 releases. Like there's a version of it out with way more songs, but they're just like little interludes and stuff like that. So
Nice.
the actual meat of the album is 6 songs, and it's like just over an hour long.
Awesome. Well, I'm happy.
But
I'm happy for you.
Before that,
Bring that microphone in, my man.
am I still being too quiet?
Yeah, you're just not. Yeah.
So before that album came out, though, my number 2 spot, that Chevelle North Corridor,
Yeah.
that like held me over for a couple of years. That album was what I listened to when I was missing Tool. What are you looking at there?
I just like it's like your handwriting. Keep going.
Dude, look at all this nonsense in here.
Love it.
But yeah, the North Corridor was what held me over while I was waiting for Tool to come out. If you like hard rock, that Chevelle album North Corridor is just an awesome, incredible.
By the way, spider update. It's now stopped walking towards me. It's now
You
heading
gave
to
it a
Bobby.
concussion.
It's heading towards Bobby.
Oh, it's okay. I just
put it right on your shoulder.
yeah, I'm not worried about
All
it.
right. So top 10 albums of 2010 to 2019. Bobby's World. Bobby just rocks this. What's your best out of all those? Your best, like, I want to know your go-to. What album? When you just
Should I
want to
tell you different moods that I listen to it in?
No, I'm going to ask. You're going to tell me.
Okay.
Best one when you just want to get pumped up. You just want to just get amped up.
Chevelle.
Okay. What's the one where you kind of want to mellow out and just chill?
Sturgill Simpson.
What's the one where you're just like feeling good, but you're just like you're gonna have a good night on the town. You're not getting too pumped up, but you're just like want to just go have a good time.
Isaiah Rashad.
What's the one where you just want to sit with your girl and just chill and listen to the music?
Sturgill Simpson.
What's the one where you're wanting to fall asleep to? You kind of want to take a little nap, put a little music in the background.
Sturgill Simpson again.
What's the one you got done working out and you're just kind of like cooling off and you're driving home from the gym? What do you listen to?
Probably Vince Staples.
What's the one where you're having a shower beer and you just have a shower beer?
Run the Jewels.
Okay. What's the one where you're heading towards court because you got to make parole? And I was kidding.
Kendrick. Damn. Oh man. So, do we jump right into movies?
Let's do movies, man. Let's just jump right in.
So
It's 2020, bro.
There's maybe some of these you haven't heard of too.
Are we doing more albums or songs?
No, movies.
Okay, top 10 movies
Ranked
ranked
from
10 to 1, starting with 10, go.
The Joker, I put at number 10.
Haven't seen it yet, but I want to see it. It looks good.
It's pretty good. I like it. It's pretty depressing.
Good. I'm glad that made your top 10.
So-
I love depressing movies. It's my top 10.
There's a couple that are depressing, but I mean they're good movies.
All right.
Number 9, Kubo and the Two Strings.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's animation. It's really really good. It's one of the best. Number 8, Logan.
Wolverine.
Yeah, good movie.
Haven't seen it.
Really. Number 8 would be Hateful Eight.
Saw that. That was Netflix original,
No, it wasn't.
wasn't it?
No, it was Tarantino's theatrical release. So Netflix did something smart with it, though. They took it and they broke it up into several episodes, so you don't have to watch the whole thing all the way through.
I did like it, though.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Number 10, 9, 8, 7 is Whiplash.
Who's in that?
Can't remember the people's names right now because I'm on the spot. I normally know them,
But
it's
they're actors and actresses, and they make up a movie.
It's about a guy who is trying to be a drummer. He's going to school for drumming, and he has like kind of a sadistic teacher
Cool.
who tries to bring the best out of him.
Nice. That's School of Rock. That's Jack Black.
Jack Black's a talented singer.
He is.
He really is. Like he could sing.
I'm surprised that didn't make your album. Like, the top album.
Tenacious D. That
Tenacious
was before
D.
2010.
That's true.
And then after Whiplash, we got The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Haven't seen that one, but I want to see it.
Man. How about after that, Interstellar?
Haven't seen that. Who's in that?
Was it Matthew McConaughey?
What was it about?
Towards the Earth is running out of its ability to like grow crops and stuff, and then he
Yes.
So after that, Annihilation.
Haven't seen it.
That's Natalie Portman.
Okay.
Solid movie. Wind River.
Haven't seen it.
Jeremy Renner. Solid movie. What's Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen's sister name too? Elizabeth Olsen. She's in there too.
Wow. Wait. They're not sisters.
Yeah, Mary-Kate and Ashley is Elizabeth Olsen's their sister.
Are you dead serious?
We got to Google check this.
I gotta get a peer
I'm
reviewed
near
study.
certain.
I got a peer reviewed study on this.
Say Olsen twin sister. Yes, she is. Like I can say with certainty, she is.
You didn't Google it though.
No, it's-
Olsen twins sister. Ashley Elizabeth. Shut
Told
up.
you. Wow. But Wind River's great. If you haven't seen Wind River,
Who's that? Wow.
Owen Wilson.
That's Andrew Gamblin.
That's pretty funny. And then number 1 is you never heard of this one. You Were Never Really Here.
Is that? No, I haven't heard that one.
Joaquin Phoenix, solid movie. It's like one of my favorite movies of all time.
That's great.
Yeah. So how many of those had you heard of?
I've heard of like 4.
But you haven't seen any of them.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen anything on my top 10 movies.
I'm not a movie guy. I'm kind of like Mike, where it's like, and I think Joey mentioned
nothing
this,
like
where he's
Mike.
like just a one and done. Like you don't watch.
But
them.
you haven't even watched one.
Yeah, but it's like it's like none and done. Was that your entire list?
Yeah, that's my entire. That was 10.
Hon.
That was 10.
How are you feeling? Come on in.
So my top 10 movies, he hasn't seen any of them. I feel like I need my.
I bet you I haven't either.
I feel like I need my list back now.
Jamie's got the 55-year-old woman voice going.
I do.
What's that from?
It's just from just coughing and sore throat. And all
Oh,
that.
that's a bummer.
How was it? How was hanging out with Happy Hour with the girls?
It's fun.
Is Tanya still listening to the podcast here and there?
She stopped listening after.
Bobby?
Yeah.
I don't blame her.
Probably a few. I don't know. She said there were some boring ones that were hard to get through. I imagine it was. Never mind. I'm not gonna say.
And I know.
It was early on. It was early on though.
Love you.
See you, Bobby.
Good to see you.
So, we talked about top 10 movies, top 10 music. What year in your life between 2010 2019 was your best year?
Oh, man. So I was from 27. Like, best in what regard? Like my wedding,
Out of the
my
last,
kid.
no, just out of where you had the most go for you. Maybe it was the most growth. Maybe it was something that
Having Ava. So,
Ava.
yeah. I mean, that made me grow. Like, okay, I found a way to put this the other day. I was driving down the road like five-ish in the morning a couple weeks ago, cutting on a back road between like Crane Corner and Auburn Enumclaw Highway, and I hit a rabbit, and it sucked. Felt terrible. I was like, man, like this is like I don't know. I felt bad. When I drove back by, I was like, I want to make sure it's still on the road, so it died right away. Like I hope it, and it had crawled to the side, and it made me even feel even worse. So before I had Ava, like I wouldn't have thought twice about that.
Sure.
But it like makes me more emotional, like war scenes in movie, or like people doing heroic things, or people experiencing like huge growth. Like I just became a more emotional, and I think ultimately better person after she was born.
All right. What was your worst year?
Is it like?
And I'm not saying worst year like you're freaking out homeless and strung out on crack.
Of course.
But like maybe the hardest year to get through. Like it was just seemed like everything seemed to not go your way, or it just really stretched you in a way where sure there's growth, but it's usually following. It always seems like you have one great year.
So it would have been 29 when I was 29.
Which was 40 years ago.
Yeah, so I'm 37 now. So about 8 years ago. So we're talking
2012.
Yeah, 2012. It was just rough because I had just moved back to Washington.
From North Carolina?
Before that, I was actually living in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So, no. Did I go from Pennsylvania? Yeah, I was living in Pennsylvania. I just moved back to Washington and, like, didn't really have I didn't have anything, like, set here. I didn't have a house. Like, I could have moved in with, like, my mom and stuff like that. But, like, moving home, got no roots. I rent a house with my sister and her then husband, a big 3-story house out in Bremerton. I'm commuting all the way to work every day. That same year, I ripped my pec completely off the bone, my collarbone.
How?
Working out.
Just working out?
Yeah, I just
like grappling,
no lifting weights.
Jiu-jitsu. Wow. How?
Yeah.
What was it like? Doing sets or reps or?
Yeah, I was using a ridiculous amount of weight, and I was doing a thing called superset. So I went from like really heavy weighted dips over to incline press, and when I brought the bar down, it just ripped my pec off the bone. Then I launched the weight off of me, and at the same time, I ripped my tricep right after that. Like, immediately following that. And I would catch the bus and the ferry to and from work because I lived in Bremerton.
That's even worse.
And I was working in Ballard. So I had to, like, walk to the bus stop with my chest turning black and then catch the ferry home, which is an hour ferry ride.
And the whole time you're thinking, like, if I get jumped right now,
I had no
there's
health insurance
nothing
there.
I can do.
I'm pretty sure I had a firearm on me.
Pretty sure?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Can neither confirm nor deny. But like that. Just that year was kind of a rough year, and then I met Liz at the end of that year, and things kind of started looking up.
Well,
you're gonna have to do some heavy editing here on this episode.
No, not really. Right. Not really. No, it's good. But we're gonna keep it within that 30-minute mark with you because I'm telling you, people love you, but
only in small doses.
They just can't. They only take so much Bobby. I think.
That's what she said.
For me, I know you didn't ask, but sometimes people care about me a little bit too. Just a little bit.
You're on all these though, so I figure we get a lot of Travis.
You got too much Travis. That's
what she said.
Yeah, I wish.
Okay, I was watching on Instagram Dunder Mifflin clips, and it's all Office clips, and I got That's What She Said stuck in my head.
Is Office one of the best TV shows?
Yeah.
It is.
King of the Hill is my personal favorite.
Yeah.
I can watch King of the Hill anytime and crack up, but Office is up there.
It's got to be up there. Like, even the clips are freaking funny, and I'm having the kids go through it. I almost feel like it's like a history lesson because you see how it was, the Office nature, and then, this guy was a little bit taboo, but he was also very inappropriate. And then you go through the recession during that whole thing too.
Yep.
The recession was such a huge thing, man.
Yep.
And I just remember I think
Wait till the next one.
it's going to happen. And that was one thing we were talking about 401ks. I was telling, I don't know who I was talking to about 401ks. I think it was Tion. But it's like, I know it's going to happen again.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm going to lose
It
all
always
of this.
happens.
Like
It always happens.
I look at my T row price,
Gold
this
and
that.
silver.
I'm like, oh, look how much money I have. And then I like, hey, idiot.
What does that all mean?
By the time you graduate, or not graduate, by the time you retire, you're going to have hit at least one more recession and lose all of that's in there right now.
So without getting too crazy, we keep all of our savings tied up in the American dollar, which is controlled by a private company that's contracted by the government, and it's a fiat currency backed by nothing other than consumer confidence. That's crazy to me. Anyway, we don't have to get off into that.
All right, well, everyone, thanks for listening.
We'll end on that note right there. Should I have like done a version of a mic drop where I ripped this thing away from my face and got up and walked out?
I'm done talking about anything now. All right, well, we're wrapping it up here with Bobby.
Yep.
Full Bobby Cast. You can find Bobby at Bob at Gamblins.
Yeah, hashtag Bob at Gamblins.
Hashtag Bob at Gamblins.
Facebook.com/Bobby Mart.
Bobby Mart. And everyone, thanks for listening. Enjoy your new year.
Yep.
Reflect on your own. You know what? Message us your top 10 movies.
Please do.
We want to hear your top 10.
What do you think of my
albums.
list?
Yeah, and if you have,
Send terrible messages to Travis about how terrible my list is.
if you listen, if you agree with any of those, I want to know.
Yeah, what movies from my list should Travis watch?
Ooh, that's a good one too.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right, everyone, thanks for listening.
Bios con Dios.